Hello and welcome to today's episode of Tuesday Seeds. I'm often asked the question, hey Phil, what is your thoughts on some of the things new farmers and farmers who are looking to switch over to regenerative ag practices need to know? So I'm going to be sharing my feedback, my personal thoughts on that question. So please stay tuned. So probably if I could do it all over again, I would probably focus probably the first year or so on just building my soil, at least the first year, because it's all about the soil. Whether your end game is produce or maybe protein, selling, beef or pork or chicken or lamb, or maybe you're looking to do some added products, such as jellies or pickles or, fermentation process, what have you. It all goes back and it starts with the soil. So number one, I would master the soil. That means first understanding how nature works with the soil and building the soil naturally. Then understanding the different ways that you can manage your farm to build your soil. And then certainly, last but not least, monitoring your progress, getting your soil tested. And when I say soil test, what I mean is biomass, biology soil test. So not sure what that is, feel free to reach out to me. But that's what you want to do, is measure the amount of biology and the right biology in your soil. And then monitor it and look at the progression of it and build your soil to a point where it's doing a lot of the farming for you. That's number one. The next suggestion I would say is to start small and scale up. Whatever you do, whether you're mastering your soil, whether you're doing something new like working with livestock, don't go out and buy the masses. I know in Texas it's go big or go home, but guess what? If you go too big too soon in farming, you're definitely going home. So keep that in mind. Start small, learn, master your craft in whatever you're doing, and then as you start to see success based on your place and what you're doing, then you can start scaling up so you don't lose your shirt. That's one thing that happened to us in my family. We didn't really, when we started out, didn't really have a lot of peers to give us advice like this. So what did we do? We went out and bought the most expensive herd of cattle you can find, breed of cattle you can find, I should say. And we almost lost our shirts in the beginning because number one, we didn't know anything about livestock. Number two, we didn't really establish our soil to have pastures to feed those cattle. So literally feeding them out of the bag. And guess what? Within a couple months, we said, hey, we got to scratch this idea and start over. So again, start small, be okay with that, and learn as you go. Work out what works for you on your place, what doesn't work, and then scale up as you get more knowledge and information as it pertains to your farm. Last but not least, don't want what you don't want. What I mean by that is don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I know we live in America and we tend to try to compare ourselves to the next person, especially as new farmers, because we don't have a frame of reference. But there's all different aspects of farming. And just because your neighbor or your best friend or whoever is doing something that works for them doesn't mean it's for you. So what I would suggest is making your goals, your holistic goals that fit your lifestyle. And what I mean by that is ask yourself 3 key questions. Number one is, what is the quality of life that you want overall, as it relates to farming as well, but overall. Number two, what are the behaviors and systems and actions that you know you would need to take? And if you don't know the answer to that question, find that out. Start doing your research on what it's going to take to achieve your quality of life through farming. And then the third thing is creating your vision and future for your future as a farmer. So those are key things that I would say, but do not want what you don't want. The worst thing you could do is try to compare yourself to another farmer who has a whole different set of land, they have different set of financials, they have a different set of family structure and goals. So try not to compare yourself to everyone else. Be the best you can be. All right, so that does it for today's episode of Tuesday Seeds. Until next time, be the exception.